I'm Greg Srzawasti with Deepest Dream. Pleasure to meet you.
Hey, Greg, how you doing, sir?
Great, great. I really love this movie, and I'm just wondering, for you, were you a fan of Titus's work before you embarked on this project? And how great is it to know that this is a movie that can engage you on a cinematic level as well as an artistic level regarding his own work? So that must be a great double pleasure for you.
It's, I can truly say it's probably like a triple pleasure, you know what I mean, to be able to work with him and knowing that he was a first-time director. But I was slightly familiar with his work. I had seen some of his paintings, not knowing who he was as a person. It wasn't until I actually met him that I was able, like, this is Titus Kaphar. Whoa. And you wrote this? Whoa. And you going to direct this? Whoa. And then you're going to paint these paintings that's going to be in this film? Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're a bad guy, man, you know? So I just felt that it was just a pleasure to be able to work with somebody that had such a vision of what they wanted and how he put it together. I mean, he basically handpicked most of the people that he wanted to work with for this film. It's like a painter normally do. They pick their colors first before they actually put it on the canvas, I think.
Yeah, and I think one of the great things, many great things about this film is that it will encourage a dialogue with people to look at their own lives and then engage not in just their art, but the art of their lives. How great is it for you? Has that always been sort of one of your priorities as an actor to create art and then have people engage with you about that?
Yeah, I have a long background in theater, so theater has always been a place where people can come and see what we call living art, right? In a different way, because it tells stories that you would not necessarily see on screen. And usually there's huge talkbacks um, from some of these plays. And you'd be surprised how many times people may say, well, I recognize that character because that character was my grandmother, or that was my grandfather, or that was my cousin. And thank you so much for showing me another way, another side to them. Or now I can go and talk to them about what I was afraid to talk to them about because you spoke that truth inside of these words. So yeah, I just believe that that's what Titus did in this film as well.
Yeah, what is it like to take that in? You're obviously your experience, but does it ever, I'm sure it never gets old when people try to share their own life or their own art with you. That must be a gratifying, enriching experience.
It is in a way, but at the same time, I want to continue to do it, meaning I believe if I stay in the truth of it, I'm probably never go wrong because I don't want to be false in the delivery or be false in the information. Because if it's truth in the words, I want to be able to speak that truth. I want to be able to do that in a very authentic way. And so far, I've been blessed to say that I've had that opportunity to do that with some great artists and they work. August Wilson, we talking Titus Kaphar. These people, they put their heart into it. So I believe as a performer, as an actor, we got to do the same. It's a give and take. And then when people come to you later and say, I recognize that you had helped me, I felt I did I did my job. So no, I would never get tired of it. I get tired once they say, I don't know about that one.
Well, very quickly, John, truth in words and truth in your work. After watching Exhibiting Forgiveness, what other film of yours would you want them to point to as far as from your resume, like a film or TV project that you felt is underrated?
Oh, wow. I did an old film called Compensation. And actually, it was in the New York Film Festival just last week. And it's called Compensation. And it deals with, it's actually told in two parts. It's a love story. And when I say a love story, but there was a love story that never actually happened. This man comes up from the South to seek work, and runs into this woman and he falls in love with her, but she's deaf. She can't understand a word he's saying. So she teaches him how to read and he teaches her how to love. And then it goes into the 90s and she meets him and she teaches him how to love and he teaches her how to forgive. It's a funny kind of, it's a really great story because it deals with something that was happening during those two periods. The early 1900s, a lot of people was dying from tuberculosis. And then in the 90s, a lot of people was passing away from AIDS. And so that's why they never got a chance to make it happen. He died from tuberculosis in the early 1900s before they can actually accomplish, make their love affair happen. And she contracted AIDS. And so that didn't happen. She died before they can get together, really.
Can't wait to see that film. John, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you.